Hey guys, now that you know what your assignment's going to be, I'm going to give you a few tips on how to make your video great. The first step is to keep the camera steady. I suggest that if you have a tripod, definitely use it, especially if you're in an interview setting. But if you don't, you can use your body as a tripod. So you could just take your arms and kind of place them up against your body and get a good solid base for a nice tripod position, and this way your camera definitely stays steady. Another suggestion is that you could lean up against a wall, and this also helps you with your balance just to kind of keep the shakes out of your camera. In terms of lighting for your shoot, sunlight is good, but remember to keep it at your subject's back and avoid sunny windows. When using artificial lighting, be sure to use two sources of lighting, like a backlight and the overheads. Remember, the microphone is actually there on the camcorder, so the closer that you are, the better the audio will be, even if you whisper. Another note about sound is if you're shooting in a place with a lot of background noise, be aware that your subject's voice could get drowned out, so pay attention to your surroundings. One thing to consider is the rule of thirds. Let's say that this is your frame. Divide your frame up into 3 sections with imaginary lines. A lot of people get the mistake of placing their subject right in the middle of the frame. But the rule of thirds says if you place your subject somewhere where the imaginary lines cross, it makes your shot a lot more interesting. Another tip to help make your video look more interesting is to have a variety of shots. Shots like close-ups and wide shots. Remember, just because there's an automatic zoom on the camera does not mean that you have to use it. Move the camera closer to the subject to get a better shot. The last thing we're going to talk about is cutaways. These are the shots that help keep your audience entertained. For instance, right now you can only hear my voice, but you can't see my face. This is what a cutaway is. It helps keep you more entertained. Okay guys, now that you have a few pointers on how to make a great video, don't be afraid to use your imagination and go out there and come back with some great footage. I'm excited to see your videos!